Hey there, anime enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the captivating world of anime and uncover hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Today, we're shining a spotlight on one of the most intriguing characters to grace the screen. Frieren the Slayer from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Frieren isn't your typical protagonist. As an enigmatic elf with centuries of wisdom under her belt, she brings a unique blend of mystery, strength, and complexity to the table. But what sets Frieren apart isn't just her otherworldly abilities, it's her unwavering dedication to her beliefs and her unyielding resolve in the face of adversity. From her striking appearance to her unparalleled combat skills, Frieren commands attention wherever she goes. But beneath her stoic exterior lies a depth of emotion and a keen sense of justice that drives her every action. Whether she's facing down formidable foes or mentoring her young disciple, Fern, Frieren's unwavering commitment to her ideals shines through, making her a truly unforgettable character in the world of anime. But who is Frieren, really? What secrets lie hidden behind her piercing gaze and graceful demeanor? Join us as we delve into the fascinating world of Frieren Beyond Journey's End and uncover the truth about this enigmatic slayer. From her storied past to her fearsome abilities, there's so much to learn about Frieren, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready to embark on an epic journey of discovery as we unravel the mysteries of Frieren the Slayer. You won't want to miss a single moment of this thrilling adventure. Frieren is the titular main protagonist of the adventurous fantasy manga series that started in 2020 and the 2023 anime adaptation, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. As an immortal elf, Frieren embarked on an epic quest to defeat the Demon King alongside her companions in the hero party, Priest Hyder, Warrior Eisen, and Hero Himmel. Together, they faced countless dangers and overcame incredible odds to bring peace to their world. But for Frieren, the end of this journey marked the beginning of another, one filled with reflection and the passage of time in ways her human companions could never experience. Fast forward 70 years after their victorious quest, and we find Frieren dealing with the loneliness that comes with outliving her friends. It's during this time that Hyder, on his deathbed, entrusts her with the care of an orphan named Fern. Despite her initial reluctance, Frieren takes on this responsibility, setting the stage for a new journey of mentorship and companionship. Fern, eager to learn magic and grow stronger, becomes a pivotal part of Frieren's life. They eventually form a new adventuring party with Stark, Eisen's apprentice, who brings his own set of skills and dreams to the team. Frieren's unique perspective as an immortal being gives her a fascinating character arc. Her long life allows her to witness the changing world and the fleeting lives of those around her, which shapes her into a wise, yet somewhat detached figure. However, her interactions with Fern and Stark slowly rekindle her sense of connection and purpose, highlighting her growth and adaptability. On the technical side, Frieren's character is brought to life by the incredibly talented Atsumi Tanizaki in the Japanese version. Tanizaki is well known for her roles as Anya Forger in Spy Family and Iroha Inukai in Wonderful Precure, bringing a unique blend of depth and nuance to Frieren. In the English dub, Mallory Kodak provides Frieren's voice. Kodak, who also voiced Nia Hanju in the Data Live series, adds her own flair, ensuring that Frieren's complex emotions and journey resonate with a broad audience. Frieren's abilities as an elf are another standout aspect of her character. She possesses powerful magic and incredible longevity, which make her a formidable figure in battle and a wise mentor outside of it. Her magic is not just for combat. It also plays a crucial role in her daily life and interactions, showcasing the versatility and richness of her character. Beyond her magical prowess, Frieren's appearance is also notable. With her striking silver hair, pointed ears, and serene, almost ethereal presence, she embodies the timeless beauty often associated with elves in fantasy lore. Her calm demeanor and thoughtful expressions add to her mystique, making her a character that viewers and readers are drawn to time and again. Frieren joined the hero party at Himmel's invitation with the mission to defeat the Demon King. During their journey, Frieren often came across as emotionally distant and occasionally made blunt, callous remarks to the party, including Himmel. However, Himmel had a deep understanding of Frieren's true nature beneath her detached exterior. He was remarkably patient with her, absorbing her harsh comments without resentment and constantly encouraging her to appreciate the value of relationships and the importance of respecting the dead. Himmel played a crucial role in helping Frieren navigate her emotions and memories. He consistently reassured her that it was okay to cherish memories, even if the people in those memories were no longer around. His optimism and warmth stood in stark contrast to Frieren's pragmatic and often cynical outlook, born from her extensive experience and long life. Despite her stoic demeanor, Frieren began to internalize many of Himmel's philosophies over time. His belief in the importance of helping others and forming meaningful connections gradually influenced Frieren's actions and thoughts. She learned to balance her pragmatism with Himmel's idealism, finding a middle ground that allowed her to form deeper relationships and assist others more earnestly. Himmel, always thinking ahead, took several steps to ensure Frieren wouldn't feel alone after their journey ended. He arranged for statues of the hero party to be built, creating lasting memorials of their adventures and camaraderie. These statues served as a reminder to Frieren of the bonds they shared and the legacy they left behind. Himmel also accepted rewards that would only be payable far into the future, ensuring that Frieren would have a connection to their past deeds and accomplishments long after the rest of the party was gone. Himmel's foresight and actions weren't just practical. They were deeply considerate gestures meant to anchor Frieren in a world that would continue to change long after their quest had ended. His efforts to immortalize their achievements and his encouragement to remember the past provided Frieren with a sense of continuity and belonging, even in her immortality. This thoughtful planning helped Frieren understand that while people may leave, the impact they have and the memories they create endure, providing comfort and guidance for the future. When the hero party finally made their triumphant return to the royal capital, they were greeted by a spectacular sight: the era meteors streaking across the night sky. As they stood together, taking in the celestial display, Frieren couldn't help but comment that the view from the city wasn't quite as breathtaking as she had hoped. Himmel, ever the optimist, gently chided her for dampening the mood with her practicality, reminding her to appreciate the moment for what it was. True to her nature, Frieren responded with a promise that only someone with her unique perspective on time could make. She declared that 50 years from that day, she would take them all to a place where they could witness the era meteors in all their glory. It was a bold statement, but one that carried the weight of Frieren's unwavering determination. 50 years passed in the blink of an eye for Frieren, but for Himmel and the rest of the party, it was a lifetime. When she returned to fulfill her promise, Frieren found an aged Himmel waiting for her, his eyes filled with anticipation and gratitude. Together, they ventured to a secluded spot far from the city lights, where the era meteors painted the sky with their dazzling display. It was a moment of quiet beauty, shared between friends who had seen more than their fair share of trials and triumphs. Tragically, it would be their last moment together. Shortly after their reunion, Himmel passed away, leaving behind a legacy of courage and kindness. At his funeral, Frieren initially struggled to express her grief, her stoic facade betraying little of the turmoil raging within her. But as Himmel's casket was lowered into the ground, the weight of her emotions finally overwhelmed her. In that moment of raw vulnerability, Frieren wept for the friend she had lost and the time they would never have together. It was a profound realization for Frieren, one that shook her to the core. Despite her centuries of experience and wisdom, she had failed to truly connect with Himmel in the way that he had always hoped. It was a bitter pill to swallow, knowing that while she may live for eons, the humans she cared for lived lives far more fleeting and fragile. But from that pain emerged a newfound determination, a resolve to embark on a journey to truly understand the human experience. And so, with a heavy heart and a renewed sense of purpose, Frieren set out on her quest to unravel the mysteries of human life. Armed with her memories of Himmel and the lessons he had taught her, she ventured forth into a world filled with wonder, sorrow, and endless possibilities. It was a journey that would test her strength, challenge her beliefs, and ultimately lead her to discover the true meaning of friendship, love, and the fleeting beauty of life itself. Frieren is the petite powerhouse of the series, a vision of elegance and strength in Frieren, beyond Journey's End. With her emerald green eyes gleaming with mischief and her determined eyebrows framing her face, she commands attention wherever she goes. Her long, lustrous locks of snow-white hair are parted neatly down the middle and fashioned into two playful pigtails, cascading down her back like a waterfall of pure radiance. Of course, being an elf, Frieren boasts the trademark large, pointed ears that mark her as one of the Fey folk. But don't let her petite stature deceive you. This elf is a force to be reckoned with, both in style and in skill. Her attire is a testament to her impeccable taste and practical sensibilities, blending sophistication with functionality in a manner that is uniquely her own. Let's delve into the details of Frieren's ensemble, shall we? It all begins with a stylish striped black and white shirt that exudes both elegance and ease. Paired with a pristine white jacket, expertly tucked into a skirt, cinched with a bold black belt, she epitomizes refined, adventure-ready attire. The subtle embellishments elevate her look to new heights. Gold trims adorning the edges of her jacket and skirt add a touch of opulence, while the oversized gold cuffs on her sleeves lend an air of regal flair. Draped gracefully over her shoulders is a short cape that perfectly complements the white and gold theme of her ensemble. Embellished with ornate gold accents and adorned with resplendent red jewels on each shoulder, it adds a dash of drama to her already striking appearance. The pièce de résistance is the high collar, fastened with a dazzling red jewel that exudes an aura of majesty and allure. Frieren's attention to detail doesn't stop there. From sleek black tights that elongate her legs to sturdy brown boots fit for traversing treacherous terrain, every aspect of her attire is meticulously curated for both style and functionality. And who could overlook those statement earrings? Crafted from gleaming gold and adorned with radiant red, teardrop-shaped jewels that sway with each graceful movement, they serve as the perfect finishing touch to her ensemble. In essence, Frieren is not just a heroine of the fantasy realm. She's a paragon of style and grace, a trendsetter who effortlessly blends elegance with strength. With her impeccable fashion sense and unwavering confidence, she stands as a beacon of inspiration, proving that true beauty lies not only in appearance, but also in the strength of character and the depth of spirit. On her epic journeys through the fantastical realms of Frieren, beyond Journey's End, Frieren, our intrepid heroine, is always prepared for whatever challenges may come her way. And what better companion to accompany her on these adventures than her trusty brown briefcase, packed to the brim with an assortment of magical items and personal belongings. But this is no ordinary briefcase. Oh no, it's a veritable treasure trove of mystical wonders, carefully organized and meticulously maintained by Frieren herself. Inside, you'll find an array of enchanted artifacts, each imbued with its own unique properties and powers. From potions to scrolls to magical trinkets, Frieren's briefcase is a veritable arsenal of arcane wonders, ready to be unleashed at a moment's notice. But perhaps the most iconic of all Frieren's possessions is her beloved red staff, a powerful tool wielded by this masterful mage with finesse and flair. Crafted from the finest materials and adorned with intricate gold accents, this staff is as much a symbol of Frieren's prowess as it is a conduit for her magical abilities. At its tip rests a gleaming crescent-shaped ornament encasing a radiant red jewel that seems to pulse with energy at Frieren's command. But it's not just the staff's craftsmanship that sets it apart, it's also the little details that make it truly special. A delicate red ribbon is tied at the tip, fluttering gracefully with each flick of Frieren's wrist, adding a touch of whimsy to this otherwise formidable instrument of magic. It's a sight to behold, watching Frieren wield her staff with such skill and precision, channeling the raw power of the arcane with effortless grace. So the next time you find yourself in need of a hero to save the day, look no further than Frieren and her trusty brown briefcase and red staff. With her arsenal of magical wonders at her disposal, there's no challenge too great, no foe too fearsome for this daring mage. So pack your bags, grab your staff, and join Frieren on the adventure of a lifetime. You won't regret it. Ah, when the chill of winter descends upon the land, our beloved Frieren, the ever-stylish elf of Frieren, beyond Journey's End, knows just how to keep warm and fashionable at the same time. Gone are the days of her usual ensemble of jacket, skirt, and cape. Instead, she opts for a stunning high-collared, long-sleeved white dress adorned with elegant gold accents and buttons down the chest. It's a look that exudes sophistication and class, perfectly suited to our heroine's refined taste. But Frieren doesn't stop there. Oh no, she's always one step ahead when it comes to fashion, and in the colder seasons, she knows that layering is key. That's why she tops off her ensemble with a chic beige coat, complete with a flap collar and buttons that add an extra touch of flair. It's the perfect outer layer to keep out the chill of winter while still looking effortlessly stylish. But it's the little details that really make Frieren's winter look stand out. Take, for example, the blue scarf that she artfully ties to the side, adding a pop of color to her otherwise monochromatic ensemble. It's a subtle yet striking accent that perfectly complements her outfit, adding a touch of personality to her winter wardrobe. And let's not forget about Frieren's signature accessories, those delicate gold earrings with their radiant red, teardrop-shaped jewels that shimmer in the winter sunlight. They're the perfect finishing touch to her ensemble, adding a hint of sparkle and sophistication to her already stunning look. So the next time you find yourself braving the cold winter winds, take a page out of Frieren's fashion playbook and layer up in style. With her impeccable taste and keen eye for detail, she proves that you can stay warm and fashionable at the same time. After all, who says you can't slay demons and slay in fashion at the same time? Ah, the chronicles of Frieren's fashion evolution are as captivating as they are elegant. Let us embark on a journey through time and delve into the ever-evolving wardrobe of our beloved elf from Frieren, beyond Journey's End. In the annals of history, when Frieren was a fledgling mage under the wise guidance of Flamme, her attire mirrored her humble beginnings, simple yet practical, with a touch of youthful charm. Imagine her, with her flowing locks cascading down to her waist, adorned in unassuming white dresses and sturdy brown sandals. It was a look that spoke of innocence and potential, a testament to her budding skills and unwavering determination. But as fate would have it, the passage of time ushered in a new chapter in Frieren's life, one marked by solitude and self-discovery. With Flamme's passing, Frieren embarked on a journey of introspection, emerging from the shadows with a renewed sense of purpose and a style all her own. Fast forward to the present day, and you'll find Frieren traversing the landscapes of her world with confidence and grace, her appearance a striking reflection of her inner strength and resilience. Her trademark pigtails, once a symbol of her youth, now serve as a testament to her unwavering resolve and independence. Clad in a pristine white dress, accented with a sleek black belt, Frieren cuts a figure of timeless elegance, a vision of beauty and power in equal measure. And let's not forget her signature beige cape, billowing behind her like a regal mantle as she strides forward, ready to face whatever challenges may lie ahead. But while her attire may have changed over the years, one thing remains constant: Frieren's unwavering commitment to her journey and her unwavering dedication to those she holds dear. With each step she takes, she forges ahead with courage and conviction, a beacon of hope in a world fraught with darkness. So let us raise our glasses to Frieren, the epitome of grace and strength, and to the timeless allure of her ever-evolving style. For in a world where fashion fades and trends come and go, Frieren's elegance and poise stand as a testament to the enduring power of true beauty, both inside and out. Flamme? Oh, she was more than just a mentor to Frieren. She was like a mother to her, guiding her through the darkest of times with wisdom and a whole lot of heart. When demons razed Frieren's elven village to the ground, leaving her world in ruins, it was Flamme who swooped in like a guardian angel, offering her a glimmer of hope in a sea of despair. Together, they embarked on a journey of vengeance and self-discovery. With Flamme teaching Frieren the ropes of combat and magic. But their relationship went beyond mere teacher and student. Flamme was a source of unwavering support and guidance, a shoulder to lean on in times of need. The first time they met, Flamme couldn't help but be impressed by Frieren's gutsy stand against a horde of demons. But being the wise old sage that she was, she also reminded Frieren that sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. With a twinkle in her eye and a hint of mischief in her voice, Flamme imparted valuable lessons in cunning and strategy, teaching Frieren the art of stealth and deception. But amidst the chaos of their quest for revenge, it was their bond of mutual respect and camaraderie that truly shone through. For Flamme wasn't just a mentor, she was a friend, a confidant, and a surrogate mother to Frieren in her time of need. So here's to Flamme, the fiery soul who lit the way for Frieren in her darkest hour, and to the enduring legacy of their friendship, a bond forged in the fires of adversity and tempered by the trials of time. Here's to the power of resilience, the strength of the human spirit, and the unbreakable bonds of friendship that can weather even the fiercest of storms. Cheers to Flamme and Frieren, the dynamic duo who proved that together they could conquer anything that came their way. Flamme, the guiding force behind Frieren's journey, played a pivotal role in shaping the young elf into the formidable mage she is today. Their bond transcended that of mere teacher and student, evolving into a profound relationship akin to that of mother and daughter. From the moment they met, there was an undeniable connection between them, a shared understanding that would define their partnership for years to come. Flamme's wisdom and fiery spirit served as a beacon of inspiration for Frieren, guiding her through the trials and tribulations of life with grace and determination. Together, they embarked on countless adventures, facing down demons and overcoming obstacles with a mixture of skill and resolve. Flamme's tutelage was as invaluable as it was transformative, instilling in Frieren the knowledge and confidence she needed to navigate the challenges that lay ahead. But as time marched on and Flamme's years grew longer, Frieren couldn't help but feel a sense of melancholy, knowing that she was one of the few beings left who remembered Flamme as anything but a legend. It was a bittersweet realization that the memories of their time together were fading with each passing day, leaving behind only whispers and echoes of a bygone era. And yet, despite the inevitability of time's passage, Flamme's legacy endured in Frieren's heart, a testament to the bond they shared and the lessons they learned together. For Flamme wasn't just a mentor, she was a friend, a confidant, and a source of unwavering support in Frieren's darkest hours. So let us raise a toast to Flamme, the guiding light who illuminated Frieren's path with her wisdom and compassion, and to the enduring legacy of their friendship, a bond forged in the crucible of adversity and tempered by the trials of time. Here's to Flamme and Frieren, the dynamic duo who proved that together they could conquer anything that came their way. Cheers to their indomitable spirit and unwavering friendship, which will forever stand as a testament to the power of resilience and the strength of the human spirit. Let's unravel the enigma that is Frieren, a creature of contradictions wrapped in an aura of mystery. With an easygoing personality that belies her aloof demeanor, she's a puzzle waiting to be solved, leaving her peers scratching their heads in bewilderment. You see, Frieren's aloof attitude isn't just a quirk. It's a product of her unique perspective as an elf who has roamed the realms for at least a millennium. Time, to her, is but a fleeting concept, a river flowing endlessly without heed to mortal concerns. And with such a vast expanse of existence stretching out before her, it's no wonder she struggles to grasp the fleeting moments that pass by in the blink of an eye for us mere mortals. But here's where it gets interesting. Frieren's poor sense of time isn't just confined to her inability to rise with the sun each morning. Oh no, it goes much deeper than that. She's like a fish out of water in the sea of human timekeeping, unable to comprehend the passage of days, weeks, and months in the same way we do. And what does this mean for her relationships, you ask? Well, let's just say it adds another layer to the already complex tapestry of her personality. For Frieren, forming meaningful connections with her comrades is like trying to grasp a handful of sand. The more she tries to hold on, the more it slips through her fingers. A 10-year journey with her comrades? Why, that's but a mere blip on her eternal radar, hardly enough time to scratch the surface of true understanding. Take, for instance, her relationship with the hero Himmel, a man she journeyed alongside for years, yet still felt as though she knew nothing about him, even up until his passing. It's not that she didn't care, it's just that time, to her, is a fickle mistress, forever slipping through her grasp like grains of sand in an hourglass. So the next time you find yourself scratching your head at Frieren's aloof attitude, just remember, it's not that she doesn't care. It's just that she's living in a different time zone, both literally and metaphorically. And who can blame her for struggling to keep up with the ever-spinning wheel of time? After all, in a world as vast and wondrous as hers, can we really fault her for losing track of the days? The curious case of Frieren's seemingly stoic demeanor, a conundrum wrapped in an enigma, if you will. Even at somber events like Himmel's funeral, she remained as expressionless as a stone statue, leaving the humans in attendance scratching their heads in bewilderment. But little did they know, behind that facade of calmness lay a tempest of emotions waiting to be unleashed. As Frieren reflected on her journey alongside Himmel and the rest of her party, a torrent of memories flooded her mind, stirring something deep within her immortal soul. For the first time in the story, a single tear trickled down her cheek, revealing a glimmer of the emotion that lay dormant within her. You see, Frieren's ageless body has bestowed upon her a myriad of habits, some good, some not so much. Take her immense patience, for example. When she sets her mind to something, whether it be searching for a rare flower or unraveling the mysteries of the universe, she's in it for the long haul. Why? She once spent half a year alongside Fern in search of the elusive blue moon weed, displaying a dedication and tenacity that would put even the most determined mortals to shame. And speaking of habits, let's not forget Frieren's notorious inability to rise with the sun each morning. Yes, the struggles of immortality. The eternal battle between the desire for slumber and the demands of the waking world. It seems that no matter how hard she tries, Frieren just can't seem to shake off the grogginess of sleep, a habit that has become as ingrained in her as her very essence. But fear not, dear viewers, for behind Frieren's aloof exterior lies a heart as vast and boundless as the cosmos itself. With each passing moment, she inches closer to unlocking the secrets of her own emotions, revealing a depth of feeling that belies her immortal facade. So the next time you find yourself pondering the mysteries of Frieren's Stoicism, just remember, there's more to her than meets the eye. After all, in a world as magical and wondrous as hers, anything is possible, even for an immortal elf with a penchant for late mornings. The art of deception, a skill that seems to elude even the most enigmatic of beings, including our dear Frieren. Despite her best efforts to cloak her intentions in a veil of secrecy, she often finds herself tripping over her own words, leaving her companions scratching their heads in confusion. You see, when it comes to hiding something, Frieren's poker face leaves much to be desired. As noted by the ever-observant Fern, her attempts at deception are about as subtle as a flying boulder, especially when it comes to discussing her plans and intentions. It's all there in the eyes, you see. A subtle twitch here, a fleeting glance there, betraying the truth behind her carefully constructed facade. But what is it about Frieren's expressions that give her away, you ask? That's where things get interesting. It seems that her eyes, those windows to the soul, hold the key to unraveling the mystery of her deception. When she's trying to hide something, they take on a life of their own, closing in a strange and awkward manner that's impossible to miss. It's almost as if her eyes have a mind of their own, revealing the truth even as her lips utter falsehoods, a quirk of her immortal nature that she simply can't seem to shake. And try as she might to maintain her composure, those telltale signs of deception always seem to give her away in the end. But fear not, dear viewers, for even in her moments of awkwardness, Frieren remains as charming as ever. After all, who can resist the allure of a protagonist who wears her heart on her sleeve, even when she's trying her hardest to keep it hidden? So the next time you catch Frieren in the act of deception, just remember, it's all part of her irresistible charm. After all, where's the fun in a mystery without a few revealing clues along the way? Ah, the enigmatic expressions of Frieren. Like a canvas painted with the hues of uncertainty and determination, they reveal glimpses of the inner workings of her immortal soul. In rare moments of vulnerability, she'll sport a troubled face, her brow furrowed in contemplation as she grapples with the weight of decision-making. It's a sight as rare as a shooting star streaking across the night sky, a fleeting glimpse into the mind of a protagonist whose confidence belies her inner turmoil. But fear not, dear viewers, for even in her moments of uncertainty, Frieren remains as steadfast as ever. Whether she's facing down hordes of terrifying monsters or navigating the treacherous waters of decision-making, she does so with a courage and determination that would put even the bravest of adventurers to shame. Take, for example, the time she found herself in a dessert joint filled with intimidating-looking adventurers, each one more fearsome than the last. Did she falter in the face of such daunting odds? Not a chance. With a steely resolve and a twinkle in her eye, she boldly approached the group, interrogating them about their dessert preferences with a confidence that bordered on audacity. And yet, despite the intimidating atmosphere, Frieren showed no fear, her demeanor as calm and collected as ever. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to her unwavering resolve and her ability to face any challenge head-on, no matter how daunting it may seem. So the next time you find yourself in need of a role model in the face of adversity, look no further than Frieren. For in her, you'll find a protagonist whose courage knows no bounds, whose determination is matched only by her wit and charm. After all, who needs a knight in shining armor when you have a fearless elf with a penchant for dessert interrogation? Ah, the trials and tribulations of Frieren's encounters with demons, like a dramatic saga unfolding before our very eyes, each confrontation more thrilling than the last. Take, for instance, her arrival at Graf Granat's domain, a moment fraught with tension and uncertainty as she found herself face to face with the sinister presence of Lugnar, a demon of no small repute. Now, picture this. Frieren, ever the fearless adventurer, carelessly attempted to unleash her magic upon sensing the presence of demons, only to find herself swiftly restrained by a vigilant guard before she could even utter a single incantation. Did she panic? Did she falter in the face of danger? Not a chance. With a cool indifference that bordered on nonchalance, she simply shrugged off the guard's attempts to restrain her, her gaze fixated on Lugnar with a cold intensity that sent shivers down his spine. But here's where things get interesting. Despite her seemingly emotionless facade, there was a fire burning behind those icy eyes, a bloodlust that simmered just beneath the surface. As Lugnar pointed out the cold intensity of her gaze, she merely stared back at him with a menacing glare, her resolve unshaken by his presence. And then there was her first confrontation with Aura, a demon of considerable power and cunning. Did Frieren cower in fear? Did she tremble at the sight of her formidable foe? Hardly. Instead, she remained as collected as ever, her confidence unwavering as she faced off against her adversary with steely determination. But what truly set Frieren apart was her unyielding resolve in the face of danger. With each encounter, she showed more of her cold, calculating side, commanding Aura with an icy demeanor that belied her true intentions. It was a display of strength and determination that spoke volumes about her character, a testament to her unwavering resolve in the face of adversity. So the next time you find yourself facing down demons in the darkness of night, take a page out of Frieren's book. For in her, you'll find a protagonist whose courage knows no bounds, whose resolve is as unshakable as the mountains themselves. After all, who needs fear when you have the cold, calculating gaze of an elf on a mission? Ah, the complexities of Frieren's emotional landscape, a terrain as varied and unpredictable as the shifting sands of the desert. While she may project an air of stoicism and carefree abandon, beneath that cool exterior lies a heart that beats with all the passion and intensity of a raging wildfire. You see, dear viewers, Frieren may be a seasoned adventurer, but even she has her emotional triggers, those proverbial landmines that can send her spiraling into a whirlwind of feelings and emotions. Take, for instance, her embarrassment at the discovery of her mana detection being interrupted for a fraction of a second when a spell is cast. It's a common error for apprentice mages, to be sure, But for someone as skilled and experienced as Frieren, it's a blow to her pride that cuts deeper than any sword. And let's not forget her sensitivity to age-related comments, a sore spot that has been known to ruffle her feathers on more than one occasion. Stark, in particular, found himself on the receiving end of her wrath after daring to utter the dreaded words old, not once, but twice. It was a grudge that Frieren held close to her heart, a testament to her pride and vanity as an immortal elf. But perhaps the most surprising aspect of Frieren's emotional repertoire is her capacity for throwing tantrums of epic proportions. Yes, you heard that right. Our fearless adventurer is not above the occasional meltdown when the going gets tough. And when she's upset, watch out, for her tantrums can last for days on end, leaving her companions shaking in their boots and wondering what on earth they did to incur her wrath. But fear not, dear viewers, for even in her moments of emotional turmoil, Frieren remains as endearing as ever. After all, who among us hasn't felt the sting of embarrassment or the sting of age-related comments? And as for those tantrums, well, let's just say they're all part of Frieren's charm, a reminder that even the strongest among us have their moments of vulnerability. So the next time you find yourself facing down the wrath of an angry elf, just remember, it's all part of the adventure. After all, what's life without a few emotional ups and downs along the way? The evolution of Frieren's emotional journey. A tale as rich and nuanced as a finely aged wine, unfolding with each passing chapter of her epic saga. As our intrepid protagonist navigates the twists and turns of her adventure, she finds herself grappling with emotions she never knew she had, each one adding depth and complexity to her character. You see, dear viewers, Frieren may have started her journey with a stoic facade, but as the story progresses, cracks begin to form in that icy exterior, revealing glimpses of the warmth and humanity that lie beneath. Take, for instance, her newfound propensity for smiling, a small but significant shift in her demeanor that speaks volumes about her growth as a character. But it's not just her smile that sets Frieren apart. It's her capacity for emotional depth and complexity that truly sets her apart from the pack. Case in point, her encounter with Denkin during the first-class mage exam. Now, picture this. Frieren, ever the formidable mage, threatens to kill Denkin in a fit of anger, demanding the return of her still a bird. It's a moment of tension and drama that leaves readers on the edge of their seats, wondering what our fearless protagonist will do next. But here's where things get interesting. Despite her menacing words, Denkin claims that Frieren lacks the ruthlessness to carry out her threat. It's a revelation that takes Frieren by surprise, forcing her to confront the truth of her own nature. Is she truly capable of committing such an act of violence? Or is there a softer side to her that even she has yet to discover? As the story unfolds, Frieren finds herself grappling with these questions and more, each one pushing her further along the path of self-discovery. And as she delves deeper into the depths of her own psyche, she begins to realize that perhaps there's more to her than meets the eye. That beneath that steely exterior lies a heart that beats with all the passion and intensity of a raging inferno. So the next time you find yourself immersed in the pages of Frieren's epic saga, take a moment to appreciate the depth and complexity of her character. For in her, you'll find a protagonist who is as multifaceted as she is mysterious, a true testament to the power of storytelling to capture the human experience in all its glory. The curious case of Frieren's occasional bouts of insecurity, a puzzle wrapped in an enigma, and perhaps a dash of jealousy thrown in for good measure. You see, dear viewers, our fearless protagonist may exude confidence on the surface, but beneath that stoic facade lies a vulnerability that even she struggles to reconcile. Take, for instance, her occasional hints of jealousy over the size of Fern's bust, a subtle but telling glimpse into the inner workings of Frieren's psyche. It's a curious quirk that speaks volumes about her own insecurities as she grapples with the age-old question of self-worth and body image in a world where appearances often reign supreme. But fear not, dear viewers, for even in her moments of insecurity, Frieren remains as resilient as ever. After all, who among us hasn't felt a twinge of envy from time to time? It's a natural human emotion, one that speaks to our innate desire for acceptance and validation in a world that often feels cold and unforgiving. So the next time you find yourself comparing yourself to others, take a page out of Frieren's book. For in her, you'll find a protagonist who faces her insecurities head-on, embracing them as a part of what makes her unique. After all, who needs perfection when you have the imperfect beauty of being human? Ah, the intricate dance of friendship and camaraderie between Frieren and Stark, a dynamic duo whose banter is as sharp as Stark's sword and as witty as Frieren's incantations. You see, dear viewers, their relationship is a tapestry woven with threads of teasing, forgiveness, and a healthy dose of good-natured ribbing. Like Fern before him, Stark found himself taken under Frieren's wing at the behest of one of the members of the hero party. And while Frieren may appear to treat him coldly at times, make no mistake, beneath that frosty exterior lies a heart that beats with genuine affection and concern for her young apprentice. Take, for instance, her seemingly cavalier attitude towards Stark in combat. To the untrained eye, it may appear as though she lacks concern for his well-being, but in reality, it's a testament to her unwavering faith in his abilities. After all, she knows just how strong Stark is, and she has every confidence that he can hold his own in even the most dire of circumstances. But it's not all business between these two. Far from it. In fact, their relationship is characterized by a playful back and forth that borders on the comedic. Stark, ever the quick-witted warrior, is not afraid to point out Frieren's idiosyncrasies, often to hilarious effect. And while Frieren may bristle at his occasional insults, particularly those about her age, she is quick to forgive and even quicker to dish out her own brand of playful teasing in return. Of course, it's not all fun and games. Beneath the surface lies a deep bond forged through shared experiences and mutual respect. Frieren may not be able to train Stark in the ways of the warrior, but she makes up for it in other ways, whether it's sharing stories about Eisen, whipping up a batch of Hamburg steaks for his birthday, or offering words of praise and encouragement after a hard-fought battle. And let's not forget her acceptance of Stark's cowardice, a trait that many would see as a weakness, but Frieren views as just another facet of his character. After all, she knows that true strength lies not in bravado or recklessness, but in knowing when to fight and when to flee. So the next time you find yourself embroiled in the drama and intrigue of Frieren's epic saga, take a moment to appreciate the bond between Frieren and Stark. For in their friendship, you'll find a shining example of what it means to support and uplift one another in times of need. After all, who needs enemies when you have friends like these? Ah, the delicate dance of navigating Fern's tempestuous moods, a challenge that Stark and Frieren face with a combination of patience, wit, and a healthy dose of teamwork. You see, dear viewers, when Fern is in the throes of one of her infamous bad moods, it's up to Stark and Frieren to weather the storm together, armed with nothing but their wits and a steadfast determination to mend fences. Picture this. Fern, her brow furrowed and her temper flaring, directs her ire at Frieren, leaving our stoic protagonist scrambling to make amends. And who does she turn to for help in smoothing things over? None other than Stark, her steadfast companion in the face of adversity. Together, they form a formidable team, each bringing their own unique strengths to the table in their quest to placate Fern's wrath. But it's not just about appeasing Fern. Frieren also displays a keen sense of empathy and consideration for Stark's feelings in these trying times. Take, for instance, the incident when Fern becomes upset with Stark for forgetting to buy her a present on her birthday. Rather than simply brushing off Fern's concerns, Frieren takes the opportunity to acknowledge Stark's discomfort and reassure him that he is a valued member of their party, regardless of any missteps he may have made. And let's not forget Frieren's efforts to impart her wisdom to Stark when he seeks her advice on matters of the heart. Whether it's choosing the perfect spot for a romantic date or navigating the complexities of Fern's mercurial moods, Frieren is always there to offer her sage counsel and guidance, drawing from her own experiences with Fern to help steer Stark in the right direction. So the next time you find yourself caught in the crossfire of Fern's bad mood, take a page out of Stark and Frieren's book. for in their unwavering support and camaraderie, you'll find a shining example of what it means to stand by your friends through thick and thin. After all, who needs enemies when you have allies like these? The intricate dynamics of Frieren and Fern's relationship, a bond forged in the fires of adventure and tempered by the passage of time. As our intrepid duo traverses the winding paths of their journey, they find themselves entangled in a web of emotions, insecurities, and shared experiences that bind them together like two sides of the same coin. You see, dear viewers, Frieren's relationship with Fern is a complex tapestry woven with threads of love, mentorship, and occasional bouts of jealousy. Take, for instance, Frieren's occasional hints of insecurity about her own body, particularly when it comes to the size of Fern's bust. It's a subtle but telling glimpse into the depths of Frieren's psyche, revealing a vulnerability that belies her stoic exterior. But beneath the surface lies a bond that transcends mere mentorship, a connection forged through years of shared adventures and intimate moments. From their first meeting at Hyder's cabin to their travels across the vast expanse of their world, Frieren has served as both mentor and friend to Fern, guiding her along the path of magic and wisdom with a steady hand and a compassionate heart. And yet, as Fern grows older and wiser, their relationship begins to evolve, morphing into something akin to that of a parent and child. It's a transformation that speaks volumes about the depth of their bond, as Frieren finds herself leaning on Fern for support and guidance in equal measure. But fear not, dear viewers, for even in the face of uncertainty and change, Frieren and Fern remain steadfast in their commitment to each other. For theirs is a bond forged in the crucible of adventure, a bond that will endure the trials and tribulations of their journey together. So the next time you find yourself embarking on an epic quest with friends and allies by your side, remember the lessons of Frieren and Fern. For in their story, you'll find echoes of your own struggles and triumphs, a reminder that true friendship knows no bounds, and that love, in all its forms, is the greatest adventure of all. The tangled web of romantic entanglements, a theme as old as time itself, and one that plays out with all the drama and intrigue of a Shakespearean tragedy in the world of Frieren, beyond Journey's End. You see, dear viewers, as the series unfolds, it becomes increasingly clear that our dear protagonist, Himmel, harbored romantic feelings for none other than the enigmatic Frieren herself. Picture this. Amidst their perilous journey to vanquish the forces of darkness, Himmel takes a bold leap of faith and presents Frieren with a mirrored lotus ring, a symbol of eternal love, and a gesture that speaks volumes about the depth of his feelings for her. And though Frieren may initially be unaware of the significance of the ring, she treasures it deeply as a token of Himmel's affection, going so far as to embark on a sleepless quest through the Banda Woods to retrieve it when it is lost. But does Frieren return Himmel's romantic sentiments? Therein lies the million-gill question. You see, dear viewers, Frieren's stoic demeanor as an elf makes it difficult to discern the true extent of her feelings. And yet, despite her icy facade, it is clear that Himmel holds a special place in her heart, a fact evidenced by her unwavering loyalty to him, even in his absence. Indeed, Himmel's influence looms large over Frieren's journey, serving as a guiding light in the darkest of times. Time and time again, she finds herself echoing his words and actions, drawing strength from his memory as she navigates the treacherous waters of their quest. It's a testament to the profound impact he had on her life, shaping her into the woman she is today. And that, my fellow adventurers, concludes our deep dive into Frieren the Slayer from the anime Frieren Beyond Journey's End. We've journeyed through the depths of her personality, unraveled the mysteries of her past, and marveled at her extraordinary feats. From her ethereal beauty to her stoic demeanor, Frieren is a character that leaves an indelible mark on all who encounter her. But it's not just her appearance that sets her apart. It's her unwavering determination, her unyielding loyalty, and her unshakable resolve that truly make her a force to be reckoned with. As we bid farewell to Frieren and the unforgettable cast of characters that populate her world, let us take a moment to reflect on the lessons she's taught us about strength, courage, and the power of perseverance. Whether facing down demons or confronting her own inner demons, Frieren shows us what it means to be truly heroic. But our journey doesn't end here, dear viewers. No, it's merely a pause in Frieren's saga, a tale that continues to unfold with each passing chapter. So let us carry the spirit of Frieren with us as we embark on our own adventures, knowing that no matter where life may take us, her legacy will live on in our hearts and minds. Thank you for joining us on this epic adventure, and until we meet again, may the spirit of Frieren guide you on your own journey of discovery. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts on Frieren and her extraordinary tale. And remember, don't be afraid to leave suggestions for future videos in the comments. Until next time, happy adventuring.